Holy crapoli. Yes, I said that. Um, did I make a. I didn't make a video last week because I was in a very shitty mood. And for obvious reasons. Because I didn't want to get shit on like I've already done last week after that stupid Road America race. Um, I will not get into that. We got another first time winner, one I dislike, and people once again will not can't accept that I just don't like certain drivers, and they just want to assume I don't like them for like their stupid assumption reasons I don't know, and nor do I care. Um, I look a little rough. I'm sorry. It's been a day. Um, but Atlanta, you delivered. You delivered the drama, the great racing. Definitely was way better than the Xfinity race. Just gonna put that out there. Way better than the Xfinity race. Xfinity race was kind of lackluster. They just like did the single file, wait to the last minute, make a move. Like Cup actually was doing 2, 3 wide, making moves. Like they were doing their shit. Um, so I was on the edge of my seat the entire time because there was like comers and goers, but the one driver, hometown boy, my boy Chase, was like the strongest car all day. But there was his weak link today was his pit crew. I'm gonna call them out because there's no excuse of every time they go to pit road and come out losing spots. His biggest loss was losing 8 spots off of pit road. I get like one slow stop. That's fine. Like we'll get over it. We had a good strong car today. A great handling car today. Like they were solid. He was constantly like in the top 10. The farthest back he went was like maybe like 12th, 11th, 12th, whatever. It wasn't really too significant, but the preferred line was very heavy today. Like you either got the help or you didn't. And all majority of the Hendrick cars, minus Chase, had whole shitloads of issues. Like Bowman spun out at the end of stage 2 for whatever reason. I think he had a tire issue, and then Larson had some mechanical issues at the beginning. Managed for like a top 12 finish or top. No, he was 13th. Byron got wrecked out by someone stupid, like a back marker. What you expect? Chase swept both stages and extended his points lead to like 47 over Blaney, who had a strong run today. He finished in the top 5. Yeah, he got 5th, I believe. So, but can we stop enabling Chastain's bullshit on track? He caused numerous issues today on track again. He's basically took out Hamlin today, but didn't take him out of the race completely. It's getting to the point where it's just too much, and people are enabling his over aggressiveness on track, and it's very annoying. He caused a wreck early in the race that was unnecessary. People want to be like, "Oh, it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault." Both of those things that happened today were his fault. Stop, like, with the bullshit on Chastain. People are like, "Oh, it's so hard to dislike him." Like, no, it's pretty easy to dislike him because he makes it very easy to call out his bullshit when no one else wants to. He's a dirty fucking driver. I'm gonna keep saying that. But no one wants to say anything because it's Chastain. That's just the way he drives. And people are like, Petty's right. Don't ever change Chastain. Like, no one wants to listen to. No one listens to fucking Petty. He's a has been who failed in racing. And it's very clear he has no idea what the hell he's talking about. He's like very anti Hendrick, very anti Chase. And it's not a reason I don't like it. He just says that has very horrid takes on literally everything. Um, so he's just Chastain has created enemies throughout the entire fucking garage. Like Austin Dillon called his ass out for during like once he got out of the medical center, whatever you want to call it. It's like, oh, Chastain caused another wreck that took half off the field out again, and then it's like, anytime he's like driving like that, you gotta have to like watch out and like be careful because he's gonna do some shady shit. And then the Hamlin thing, and the Hamlin's even fucking fed up at this point. He's like, he's reached his limit. It's like, he's reached his fucking limit, and it's very annoying that I actually agree with Hamlin because he's having a shitty season. Besides his 2 wins, he's having a very shitty season. Toyota is crumbling. Yes, they have 4 wins, but they're fucking crumbling this year. They dropped the ball at Nashville. And they had a horrid turnout today. So I don't know. Like, I honestly, from a Chevy fan, I feel bad for Toyota, and I feel bad for Kyle Busch and his fans, even though some of them are kind of assholes because they keep calling me a terrible person and a toxic fan and whatnot, but yet you guys cry the most about Chase more than Chase fans talk about Chase. We don't cry about things. We just point things out, and you guys call us every name in the book for whatever reason it is. I'm sorry your driver's having a sucky season, but you can't get pissy and defensive just because your driver's having a bad year. My driver is just like coming hot at the right time. He's been the points leader since the first Atlanta race this year, and to have Chase win on his home track, like in his home state, is fucking huge. Huge. You guys may not agree with like the last late block that, according to Eric Stepp or whatever the fuck his name is, the NASCAR YouTuber who has horrible takes on everything, like literally everything. Like I said, we shouldn't commend Chase for that block, and it's a safety issue and blah blah blah. I'm like, so what did you have to say after Cindric did the exact same bullshit? Well, not the exact same, but to the extent pretty much the same thing to his teammate for the Daytona 500 win, threw a late block that you accordingly think Chase threw on LaJoie when he really didn't. Chase was like in the preferred line. LaJoie went to the top, thinking he'd get a run, which he got a good push from the 43, which I think led to him being in the wall. But Chase came up, made a block. If he didn't make that block, he'd lose that race. And you get probably Corey LaJoie or Chastain winning that race. Guarantee it. So it's like Chase said it best, like you go for the win or don't at all. It's like you can't just sit back and do nothing. It's like it's like I don't know what else to say. It's like people don't understand. I just want to say this, like, People have so many goddamn double standards on Chase. It's fucking ridiculous. So people keep saying, "Oh, he didn't deserve that win. He didn't deserve that win." Blah blah blah. Had the best car all fucking day. Led nearly 100 laps of that race. Nearly 200 lap race. Like, like he led the most laps of anyone in the fucking field, and yet he didn't deserve that win. And he fought for it, and had one of the better cars literally the entire race. Like, minus pit group being, I don't know what they were doing today. Managed to stay near the front in the top 10 and get up and lead. Like, the reaction from this crowd was fucking wild. Like, anytime he took the lead, you could hear the crowd. It was like, it was wild. Whether you agree with the late block, so-called late block when it wasn't one, or dirty move that, according to Eric, was a dirty move. I'm like, it wasn't dirty. And those who say he fucking walled LaJoy and he wrecked him, I'm like, pretty sure he barely touched LaJoy. And walling someone and like wrecking someone are and blocking are several different things completely. And nothing along those lines happened. Like, Chase made a block, and people are trying to compare it to Larson door slamming into Chase at Fontana, which is two completely fucking different situations. That was with 20 laps to go, and he potentially wrecked or ruined Chase's day because they do not fucking like each other. As teammates, they do not like each other. It's clear as day. Larson doesn't ever like Chase and never said a good damn thing about Chase ever in his fucking life or in their entire Cup career, regardless of being on the same team or not. Even if he was on with CGR, he was talking mad shit on Chase and throwing shade at how popular he was and all this nonsense. So he like jerked to the right and Dorse like completely got into Chase and ruined this fucking day from a top 5 finish and possible win to finishing like a lap down, like in like 21st or whatever you want in the back of the field, while Larson went on to win the fucking race. And Dawsonville pool room that day was like, you can't beat him, wreck him, like for Larson's win. And then someone screenshotted it and said, "Hey, Dawson pool room, where are you at?" Like acting like they were doing something special here, thinking like Chase did the exact same thing when remotely he didn't do it at all. Anyone in that position or in the lead would block just the same as fucking Chase. Just the same. And it's a super speedway race. And someone said, like, Eric said, like, oh, Hamlin wouldn't do that. Like, he wouldn't throw that kind of block. He has a season veteran. I'm like, have you seen Hamlin race? Yeah, he fucking would. He winning 3 Daytona 500s don't happen without him blocking somebody. Just saying that now. No knock on Hamlin, but he would do the exact same fucking thing. Exact same thing. If it was anyone else who did that shit, no one would say a fucking word, and they would say, "Oh, that was the greatest race ever. Congratulations on the person who won." Only because it's Chase, they shit on the move only because Chase made it. And they don't ever want to accept that Chase is a damn good driver and a championship contender yet again this year. And he's like at the top of the favorites championship talk. Like, he's going for that regular season points win, like the regular season's championship. And that adds on to his, like, what, 20 points that he has now for the playoffs. That would, like, excel and help him immensely in the playoffs. And you know how good he gets when he gets, like, this team gets in the playoffs. Like, there's some damn good tracks for him in the playoffs. So, like, Martinsville, Phoenix, obviously, the Roval, So it's just all these other tracks are like coming into play. Like new, I thought today was gonna be a struggle for him. Honestly, with no practice, no qualifying, I thought it was just gonna be a fucking shit show for him, like speed wise, because the first Atlanta race was kind of a shit show for him because he didn't really have much speed or pace there, and managed to get a top 10 for whatever. I won't complain, but he swept the stages, led a shitload of laps, like the high, like race high 96 laps led, or nearly 100 laps led. So he got like max 60 points today, plus the two like playoff, 7 playoff points that he got today from his 4 stage wins this year. So, and someone like replied to my comment from Eric's YouTube, and they're like, I don't think Eric likes Chase. I'm like, it's clear as day that a lot of YouTubers don't like Chase. And he's like, oh, I'm so frustrated with Chase and that block. Like, apparently he made the same kind of block at Daytona, which ended poorly. Yeah, it ended poorly. But it's super speedway racing, people. And the people act like these runs, like, just don't happen. It's getting fucking dark in here. Hold on a minute. Alright, I'm back. I had to fix the lighting because it's getting dark out. It's almost 8 o'clock here, which is weird because it doesn't look like it's 8 o'clock, like 7:40 at night, but it's just, it's weird out here. Oh god, my neck is just like, anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the double standard, like, bullshit on this whole blocking thing. Like, people will like talk about this, like complain about this until their face turns, you turn blue in the face, kind of thing. I still love Mountain Dew. Oh, I love they have the Baja Blast and the zero sugar one because I can't afford to have that much sugar in my system. Especially before my vacation. Yeah, I'm going on vacation this weekend to California, and I need to get out of the state for a little bit because it's hot as it is. 112 here, people. 112. It's ridiculous how bad it is right now. Guys, look at that. 100. I don't think you can see that. 108 degrees at almost 8 o'clock at night. Kitty! Hi. Anyway, people will believe what they want to believe and say what they want to say about Chase and, like, all this nonsense. I'm just gonna chill, sit back, let's chat. Yes, I'm wearing my, what is this win right here? May 2nd, Dover win. People can say what they want to say about the end of that race. Every time Chase has a win, it's like always controversial for some damn reason. It's like, oh, they didn't throw a late caution. Oh, they threw a caution. Why did they throw a caution at the, like, there's no rhyme or reason. There's like no give or take here. It's like, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't with these cautions, or like how Chase wins these races. Like Chase winning Nashville. It was like, why? Oh, they didn't throw a caution there at the end because Chase was in the lead, so they had to make him win. And today it's like, oh, he door slammed like and wrecked LaJoy, and I'm like, LaJoy wasn't even mad about it, and people were like, the announcers, the analysts were like trying to push like he was upset about it. When LaJoy, literally, you saw him walk to victory lane and talk to Chase, and Chase was like, I had to do it. Like, you heard him, like, I had to do it. Like, and they were just talking it out. They were like super chill. LaJoy was not the type of person to get like super upset about things, and it's like he wasn't really mad about it. Honestly, I don't know why anyone is. Like they're trying to over exaggerate and push drama that isn't there to for a rivalry that isn't gonna be there, or like a feud that's not gonna be there. They just push so hard for feuds to happen, and like they just let them naturally happen. They just push like with these questions like, "Oh, are you gonna retaliate? Are you gonna do this to them? Are you gonna like I get they're trying these reporters are trying to do their job, but they need to lay off." And the fact that no one's asked like Chastain about him wrecking basically half the field today just shows that it's like something shady is going on within that whole system over there. And Chastain like posts like, "We have the best group in the game," and blah blah, like in the series. Like, you're not Hendrick Motorsports. I'm sorry to tell you that. A couple wins don't make you the best group out there, honey. Plus, when you drive through people and wreck them and don't take responsibility. But I digress. But some notables in the top 10 that that no one really talked about today. You didn't really hear much about them because SHR is a shit show right now. They've been irrelevant all season long. And people still firmly believe that NASCAR is out to get Ford and they have giving all the advantage to Chevy. And it's like, no. Chevy's just done their homework and they're just dominant right now, especially with Hendrick Motorsports. The top 10, obviously Chase, Ross Chastain can fuck off. Austin Cindric, he was kind of quiet all day. He didn't really make a lot of noise. Eric Jones is a damn good speedway racer. So he was in the top 4. Ryan Blaney was in the mix pretty much all day. Started 6th, finished 5th. Daniel Suarez, no one really talked about Suarez today. So he finished 6th. Justin Haley, no one really talked about him at all today. The first stage, Chase and Bowman took the first 2 spots. Then Chastain, Blaney, Byron. Like, all of Hendrick was in the top 10 the first stage. Second stage was a whole different story. Tyler Reddick started getting into the mix. Brad Keselowski came out of fucking nowhere in stage 2. And then Ryan Blaney was still in the top 5. Like, he finished 4th in both stages. So he got some good solid points today. Byron got a top 10. Harrison Burton showed up today. He actually is a good little speedway racer. If he didn't get wrecked by Brad Keselowski in the 500, he would have had a solid chance of probably winning that race or get a top 5 finish. But notables in the top 10 that I was kind of shocked that made it up there. Wow, 2 of the SHR cars got in the top 10? Wow. I did not. Okay. Eric Almirola has been sneakily consistent this year with top 10 finishes. Cole Custer, he's been super quiet for a while. And then Harrison Burton snuck into the top 10 with a 10th place finish. Kind of shocked. Then Mark Truex got 11th. Kevin Harvick was kind of non-existent today with 12th, and Larson was just all over the place. They've been sucky all season, except for that stupid win in Auto Club. He has not been super consistent with his finishes. And of course, Bubba Wallace irrelevant. Michael McDowell is a good speedway racer, but he got the short on his stick here and finished 15th. Todd Gilliland did start 28th, finished 17th. That's not a bad day for him. He actually ran pretty well. He ran up front for a little bit with Harrison Burton. Chase Briscoe spun out at one point. Still managed to finish 16th. Yeah, and then the Toyotas just did not have it. Kyle Busch was having all kind of problems that he spun out, got damaged. Christopher Bell had issues. I don't know where the fuck they were. Kurt Busch, he got caught up in a wreck. Hamlin just had his issues because of, not LaJoy, Chastain. And then Bowman had his issues, and Byron got wrecked out. Tyler Reddick got wrecked out. A lot of guys. Wow. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, overall, that was a very, very entertaining race. For Atlanta, at least. Like, I think it was slightly better, or just as good as the spring race in Atlanta. The Xfinity race, it kind of bothered me because it was not a lot going on. The last lap of that race was kind of lackluster, and then you're just like, oh, okay, they won. Also, oh, okay, he won. It's like the truck race was better, and I was still pissed that Parker Kligerman won over Zane Smith, and he was right there. Zane Smith is gonna be a champion this year. I'm calling it now. No one else can beat him this year. He's the points leader right now in the truck series. Who's the points leader in Xfinity? Allmendinger. Got Allmendinger, Gibbs, Allgaier, Berry, and Gragson in the top 5. And I want to talk about Noah Gragson for a second. People shit on him for unnecessary fucking reasons. You guys want personality in the sport, you get it from him. And you get it from and it's, yes, he can be a little aggressive on track. What he did at what was it, Mid Ohio? No, not Mid Ohio. Road America. Some guy was giving him issues and blah blah blah. And turned into somebody, Sage Karam, whatever who the fuck that is. And it sparked a wreck behind him, causing a lot of carnage. But he's not he didn't intentionally just do it to wreck half the field. He was trying to get back on just one single person, then just ended up being a wreck fest after that behind him. He didn't mean for that to happen. It's not like he went out there to do that. He took responsibility for it, and he got penalized for it. Docked 30 fucking points and $35,000. Who? NASCAR, when did we get so fucking soft with racing? We're oh, it's a safety issue, and I'm one person, not a single person really got hurt. They got probably the wind knocked out of them, but safety wise, everyone was fucking fine. I'm not condemning what he did was right or anything. It's just NASCAR has gotten so soft with, oh, they race clean, professionally, with the truck race. Zane Smith raced professionally a championship contender. I'm fuck all that shit. Use the fucking bumper. Get aggressive. Go for the fucking win. I don't give a shit what the driver in front of you did a handful of weeks ago to help you win a race. I don't fucking care about any of that shit. Go for the fucking win. Beat and bang. I want a fucking battle. I don't want this soft ass shit. It's oh, he raced him so respectfully. I'm screw respect on the track. We're not here for respect. We're not here for making friends and go it's just some snowflake bullshit. I'm trying to PC bullshit. Trying to appease to everyone oh, he raced him clean and blah blah blah. We want more of that. No, I want some beating and bang. I want some fucking racing. I wanted that. Today showed that. Cup outdid everybody all weekend. Outdid the truck series. Outdid Xfinity by a fucking mile. Normally I don't like this kind of race, style package racing. But it worked. Chase or not, the kid, he's not a kid anymore, but in my eyes, he's a kid. He's 26 years old. I'm gonna be 31, so this year, I know, shocker. someone thought I was like 24, and like someone at work thought I was like 20. I'm like, cool, thanks. I don't want to be 20 anymore. I remember those shitty years. Um, but, but, regardless of you liking Chase or not, and like how you feel about the incident, he won. He's a damn good racer. 3 wins this season. First driver this season with 3 wins. 3 wins. 16 career wins. That is astonishingly wild to me. Like, majority of his wins now have come on ovals. He has like 9 wins on ovals and 7 on road courses. And we still have road courses left. Do we not? Do we still have Watkins Glen? If that's the case, like, because we got New Hampshire, which he's probably not going to run well at. Pocono, ugh. The road course at Indy, then Michigan, Richmond, Watkins Glen, he has a chance at. And then the regular season finale is at Daytona. So technically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 races until the end of the regular season. Chase just needs to hold on for that much longer to get. But I'm kind of wanting Blaney to get a win this season. And he has been so close. Oh, he has 5 stage wins. Oh, go figure. 13 top 13 top 10s for Chase this year. And 6 top 5s. Could have been more, but it's just been 3 wins, 6 top 5s, 13 top 10s, and 5 stage wins. It's fucking killer. So, that's 5 playoff points right there. On top of 5, 10, 15. So, he has 20 playoff points right now, which is easy. And Brian Blaney has no wins, 7 top 5s. And he has 5 stage wins too. Huh, go figure. Interesting. Chastain has 4 more top 5s than we do. Same amount of top 10s. He has 2 stage wins. Kyle Larson has 2 more stage, like, top 5s? Huh. I did not know that. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I want to see what the average finish is for Chase. It went down to 10.8 after the day. Average start is 10.6 and average finish is 10.8. I think that's like his best so far in his career, I want to say. See, average start, finish, yeah. Well, 2017, his average, no. In 2020, he had an average start of 9. That is fucking wild. Yes, right, because right now, he has his best average finish of his career up to this point. That is crazy. And this season, he has only 1 DNF. One. Which is from that stupid policy bullshit of time clock or damage policy. So in the last, 1, 2, 3, 4 races, he's had 4 straight top 10 finishes. 3 of them top 5s. 2 of them wins. Wild. Again, regardless how you feel about Chase, he's a damn good driver. I don't know why people can't admit that to yourselves. I don't understand. So I don't know. But Atlanta, you lived up to the hype. You did great. And Chase winning at his on his home track, like this weekend was like swept by hometown drivers. Like Austin Hills from Georgia, he won the Xfinity race, and now Chase. I like fucking called it. Like he was on the pole, and because of rain out, but he still managed to have a good car the entire race. Like it was solid all race. Yeah, there was comers and goers the entire race, but he was solid in like top five, top 10 all day, all day. Regardless of his pit crew needing some much needed help, that I will admit, um, he looked solid today. He's coming into his own right now. He always like fires off in the second half in the season, like really fire off. And that's kind of how like his championship season in 2020 went. But I feel like it feels like a different feeling going into the playoffs because we're the leader this time. So we just have to be consistent and not rest on our morals and rest back on like all these playoff points that we would like more of. So we have plenty of time to like plenty of races left to get more playoff points and shit like that. So, but anyway, I'm happy he won. Super happy. Didn't see that coming at all. What, kitty? What? My buddy met my cat for the first time today. She's very vocal. Okay. I worry sometimes just leaving this cat by herself. Because who knows what she fucking does by herself. But my buddy's watching my apartment and my cat for me. Make sure nothing burns down. My cat stays alive. I'm going out of town for 5 days. So I won't be able to watch the New Hampshire race, which thankfully I don't want to because New Hampshire is my least favorite track of all time, next to Pocono. Example races are not going to be joyful for me because I don't really like them very much. Oh, my neck hurts. But yeah, we're going out to California for my grandpa's like military honors ceremony, just to have some finally some finality in our lives and bring us peace that he's in a good place. It's been a little over 6 months now since he's been gone. It's just hard to grasp. We're also putting my aunt to rest, and she passed when I was in high school, like at the end of my sophomore year. I want to say it was end of my sophomore year. So 2005, 2006, 2006, 2007, 2007, 2008, 2005. So about 2007 is the year that she passed. I was at the end, very, very end of my sophomore year, and I didn't know until after school ended because they would want to like distract me from my finals and shit like that. I'm like, I didn't give a shit. I just wanted to know what was going on. If you hear weird noises, this is music coming on in the background. I don't like that noise. That's what we're doing. We're going to San Diego. It's kind of a family reunion too. We're gonna go to the Padres game on Sunday, which I'm super excited about. But we've been playing really sucky baseball lately, and we just got blown out by the fucking Giants, like 12-0 today, at home. Um, we have like none of our starters like are like star players. Like Myers is hurt. Machado just came back from being injured, and Tatis, I don't know if he's ever gonna play this season. So it's like a hot mess. Ugh. But we're gonna try to have a beach day. We're gonna go to like Seaport Village. Um, just do family shit. Um, I'm kind of excited. It's gonna be 70 degrees and perfect weather. I get to see all my nephews. My oldest nephew is gonna be there. I love that kid. La, la, la. What else was I gonna say? My cousins. Like it's just gonna be a whole ordeal. It's gonna be great. Um, just gotta get through 4 more days of work. And my new position is going very well. I'm kicking ass, taking names. I'm like, still got a lot to learn. My pace has picked up a lot. And I'm getting more and more comfortable outside by myself. I think it's, oof, that is not nice. But anyway, I got a handful of things I need to do before all this. Like I have to get my cat just set up and comfortable before I leave. Because I'm leaving my truck here in my garage. My buddy is parking my parking spot. He's like, you gotta get 2 spots, and I'm like, I pay for my garage like $100 a month for my garage. They just have these spots, like when you get your apartment, they assign you a spot. So I'm just having to park there and make sure I tell the front office, like, hey, I'm going out of town, so my buddy's staying here, and you can, if you see a different car in my parking spot, it's because it's my friend watching my apartment. So appreciate him. He's been a very great support system for me through this whole grandpa ordeal. Dealing with other personal things. Like stress and anxiety wise, I'm chilling. Going through some friendship bullshit right now that will never make sense to me, because I'll never understand why people can't take accountability for their actions, and will not understand why this happens to me all the time. I'm just not good at friendships very much. Like all I have are guy friends, more than not. Literally all I have are guy friends. I have like one true guy friend, and he's watching my apartment, and watching my cat, who's like sitting here pouting over here next to my diecast. So I feel like I tend to screw up friendships a lot, and relationships, like friendship relationships type deal, because I'm a very blunt person, if you can't tell, like half the time. But I say what I say, and if someone doesn't like it, that's just how it is. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. That's my second Mountain Dew today. And I had a beer too, in celebration of Chase's win. Super excited about that. Makes me want a peach right now, just because it's from Georgia. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I am not, like, I will say what I'm gonna say. Like, if something doesn't resonate with you and like get through your head like first few times, then I can't help you. I'm trying to help you, and if you don't want to help yourself, then that's just, I can't. I don't know what to do for you. You want It's like a lot of people play the self pity game or card, whatever, and play victim. This isn't geared toward really anybody. It's just what I've experienced over my life. It's just people play victim and manipulate situations to make me look like a bad person, and which in reality I am not. I'm just very blunt, and if you take that in an assholeish way, then you're right, because I can't be an asshole. If I'm being too blunt, or just blunt to a fault. Um, but if I'm trying to help you and give you advice, and it's not going through your head, and you're just still crying about the same thing over and over in this never-ending cycle, then I don't know what to do for you. And being hung up on numerous times and shit like that, and making me feel like I did something wrong, and like I just don't know what to do. I'm not a therapist. I don't claim to be. I try to help when I can. If it doesn't get through your head, I don't. If like my advice or what my perspective does not get through to you, do what you will with what I tell you, because I can't do much for you. Um, I just had my fair share of very shitty friendships over the years through my basically my entire young adult life, and I just feel like I'm the one who gets the shit under the stick. So there's that. This is why I have only a guy friend, and some guys that I talk to about racing, sports, whatever. And a specific guy I talk to. Hello. Oh, morning. I'm like, I thought there was like an actual emergency going on with my family. Low to mid 70s. Like, I'm ready for that shit. I'm ready for the nice cooler weather. Some people are like, oh, that's too cold. I'm like, I grew up in that weather for 20 years of my fucking life. I thrive in the mid to low 70 weather. Sunshine. I can't wait to just wear shorts and tank tops the entire time. And my San Diego gear. Along with some of my racing gear. But either way. Oh, I'm so excited. Anyway, moving on from my spiel. Life has been super good. Work has been decent and good. My favorite manager is leaving me to go to Tennessee, and I'm very, very sad. And there's some points where I'm very tempted to go to Tennessee, because he like the way he says like Tennessee is a lot cheaper and like living wise, and the state tax or take income taxes like there's none. I don't know if that is a true statement or not. Correct me if I don't know. But I looked at like prices of like rent out there and houses. I'm like, he was right about the cost of living. It's so much cheaper out there. Well, cheaper than here, I should say. And it was coming. The area is coming like a hot like ticket. So, but before I just ramble on for the next 20 minutes, this is going on for way too long. If you enjoyed the race, fucking fantastic. If you're a Chase fan, you know we're vibing right now. 3 wins on the season, 16 career wins. We're locked solidly into the playoffs. We're going for that regular season championship and the actual championship. We're looking solid. We're looking like the top dog here. They hate us because they ain't us. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm like wired right now. It's like 8 o'clock. Usually I'm like passed out by now. I came home this morning and I passed out for a good couple hours or so. And then I went to my parents' house, and then my buddy came over here. So I felt I always raid my parents' fridge, like, because I don't really have any food here, because it's either pay for gas or buy food. Right now, it's like we're just trying to survive here. You feel me? You feel me. I'm doing all right, surviving. But ate food over there. Came here, finished the end of the race. While my buddy was here, he got to experience my dramaticness when Chase wins, and experience my dramatic cat that he gets to watch. So I warned him. She's very needy and clingy. He's like, "Oh, it's okay. I'm fine with that." I'm like, "I'm warning you now. She's very needy and very vocal. So, like, if you can't find her, she's either in the back of my bed, sleeping, or under that table over there, or sleep like on the floor over here in the kitchen, or my bathroom." So, and right now she's down there, that black little mass right there. You can't see her because she blends in. So I'm gonna get off here. Going on for about an hour, talking about nonsense. Whether you like the race or not, that's not my problem. I enjoyed it, not just because Chase won, but I enjoyed it because it was actually a good damn race. And I can't wait to order my more win shirts and pre-order my diecast. So I'm stoked. I'm gonna keep posting TikToks about his win and go on from there. Hope everyone has a great night, and I'll see you guys hopefully sometime next week.